So we finally got the ZTFab welding cart powder coated. I got it picked up this week and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous like that. This particular color is called Black Frost, and it had the gloss that I liked, it had the texture that I liked, and I decided to go with this type of color just to kind of match the shop a little bit more and to match any future machine that might sit on here. So I just think it's going to look good with the green. It's going to look good in the shop. So it turned out really nice. Looks good. I'm gonna get over here and start getting the machines put back on there and get this thing finished out here this evening. So I had also dropped off the Tig Rod Holder Brackets. We did those in the same color. And I had one guy ask, you know, how the tubes fit. And you can see they still fit just fine. And I actually think it helps with this this cutout right here. It's nice and smooth now where the powder coating is, so I think they slide in there even better. Also did this bottle bracket that Paul had made for me. This is one of the brackets that's sort of an optional deal with the Tig, the welding carts. So I had them do that as well. And you can also put your Tig rod holders here too. For you guys that have a lot of different Tig rods that you keep around, you can really load up and hold them. You can also hold it right here on the back of the cart too. So, all right, so it's time to get we're gonna get the Everlast machines put back over here on this. That's what I'm gonna be working on after I get through filming all this video. So just wanted to share the update with you guys. Here recently I shared this mill quill light that Tim Turner makes, and whenever we went to put it on there, we discovered that this pin, which is normally 5/16 for a lot of mills, won't fit my mill. The hole for my mill there is 1/4 inch. So Tim, in response to seeing that on video, actually made another one, made this guy right here that just bolts on, that has the proper size pin. And I didn't intend for him to do this. He did this on his own. I found this in the mailbox whenever I got home from my trip. I was planning on just modifying this myself. But this is the proper size for the mill, and I'll share it with you. We'll go ahead and bolt this on and go down there and install it. But just to recap, this is a light that he makes, LED light that goes around the quill. So, you know, it shines light down. And you've also got a little spotlight right here as well, a little LED spotlight that you can move around. So this is now, you know, he's learning about this stuff, and he wrote a nice little letter right here. And this is now an option that you can, if you buy one of these and you have a mill like mine, mine's the Dual that has the 1/4 inch hole on the side, indicator holder I believe they call it. This is an option, you can buy that. And he also says, in response to a viewer comment of the video, I'm working up a magnetic mounting block to allow the light to be installed on mills that don't have a gauge mount at all. So he's reading the comments in these videos, and he is learning what he needs to do to his product. So if any of you guys are interested in something like this and you have a suggestion for a modification, leave a comment, because Tim will probably read it and take that in consideration. So with saying that, let's go down there and bolt this thing up for the first time on the mill. So this is the hole where it mounts, and you can also mount other accessories right there. This is the hole that caused the problem on my mill, being 1/4 inch. So I got the new bracket installed. And there we go. Fits just like it's supposed to. Tighten the thumb screw, and there it is. On there for the first time, and it looks like it's a great fit. I've got it centered nice. Grab the power cord and give it a shot. The kit comes with 2 of these magnetic wire looms. This is Velcro, so I've got the wire kind of routed with the DRO wiring back behind there, and this gets it up out of the way so that whenever you got your quill handle on here, you know, you don't have a wire hanging out in the way. Okay, so let's try the light out for the first time. And there you go. We got a nice soft. It's not too bright, causing a lot of glare. Halo effect right around your work. That'd be excellent. I can see this being a real advantage for guys that have lower lighting problems in their shop. You also got this little spotlight that you can move around. If you're working in a hole or a little recess or something like that, you can light it up with that. Move it off out of your way. So it's a cool little light. I really like it. Made by Hound Dog Machining, Tim Turner. And Tim, thanks again for the new bracket that fits my mill. And if any of you guys are interested in this, be sure to check out his website, Hound Dog Machining, and maybe pick you one up for yourself. Really nice little design. I'm proud to say that I have a new friend. His name is Barry Robbins, and I found him on Instagram, Robbins & Sons Hardware, and he gave me one of his hats right there. A great fitting hat. I actually like this hat so much that I'm considering contacting his guy that does these hats. Maybe see about doing some A-bomb hats. But here's a sticker right there, Robbins & Sons. He is on Instagram, and also he has an Etsy store. And I'm just so glad that I found Barry. He's up in New York, and he's a retired construction worker, but Barry goes antiquing and flea marketing. He has got, I believe he said he has the largest collection of tapes in the country. Tape measures. He's got tape measures, and he has a lot of stuff that's related to hardware stores, machine shops, and hand tools, things like that. So got a nice collection. He's always posting pictures on his Instagram of some new scores that he got. And he's a collector also of the steel decimal charts that I like. So while I was gone on my trip, I had made a couple purchases for him on 2 of the decimal charts and also some drill indexes. So I want to share the charts with you. So the first one that I got is one that I had never seen until I seen it on his Instagram. The Cushman Chuck Company decimal chart. And I absolutely love the coloring on this chart. I love the circular colored fractions there, and it's real easy to find which one that you're looking for. But not only that, it's just a super cool design. Nobody makes stuff like this anymore that has this vintage look, and you just gotta love seeing this thing hanging on your wall. If you don't put it in your shop, hang it in the house. I've got stuff like this in my house, and I just love it. So thank you, Barry, for the opportunity of picking this up from you. And I also got one more, and I believe this one right here is even more popular and more sought after than many of the other ones. And that is this Union twist drill decimal chart. That's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's got some of their cool cutters up there. You got a gear hob, a gear cutter, drill reamer, center drill, slab mill, and then a slitting saw right there. It's just in great shape. Whoever had it in their shop must have been doing some painting at one time. It's got a few little flecks of looks like some green paint on there that drip down. But just a beautiful chart. I absolutely love this thing, and I was just so happy that he had it. They did a really nice job making this too, the way they stamped it. It's got beveled edges on it. Just a beautiful chart for the shop. So thank you, Barry, for giving me the opportunity to pick this one up. And at the same time I had purchased those, I picked up a few drill indexes too, but I think because of the content that I have, I want to wait on the drill indexes. We're going to do that in another episode and take a little more time and show you some of my drill indexes that I've already acquired for a while, and now a few more that I've picked up from Barry. All right, so, but if you're an Instagram user, be sure to check him out, Robbins & Sons Hardware. Very cool guy, and I actually look forward to meeting him hopefully whenever I go to Boston. Look at all them Eagle Oilers. These are all purchases from my trip, going through all the different antique stores. These are all the Oilers that I found. And I picked these up because, for one, I love Eagle Oilers, and two, especially when they're priced right, why not pick them up, This is just something that I collect, but not only do I collect them, I use them too. So you never know. I may I may do something else with these one of these days, but I just pick them up when I see them. You know, for instance, $6.88 right here for this Eagle oiler. And I think there was 2 of them that still had the price tag on it. Look at this one right here, $8. I think that was the most expensive one out of the steel oilers that I had found. This is the number 33 Eagle. And then I've got some other ones that are the 33F. So here's the nice 33F. I like that it's still got the original sticker on there showing the 33F. If you look on the top, it'll say Eagle, made in USA. The 33F is for the fine tip right there. Actually, I found one more of these that is not in this collection. I give it to Steve Summers right before I got to his place. I picked up one just like this, and the cap was absolutely froze up on the body, you know, and I couldn't get it apart without some heat or some work there, maybe holding the device. But anyway, I picked it up for Steve and I give it to him. I just wanted him to have one because he says he didn't have an Eagle oiler, so I let him have one. All right, we got 2 of the brass ones there we'll talk about in a second, but I wanted to point out a couple more in this collection right here. So this one right here. Now I think I paid $8 for this one as well, and I want you to see just how beautiful that logo is on this can, showing the number 33F for the fine tip. Guaranteed for 5 years, a 6-ounce capacity, made in USA can. And I believe, I showed Steve this and he was really surprised by it too, but I think this has never been used before. I don't think it's ever had anything in it. It just appears to be new, never used. So that was just an excellent score, and I love seeing them with the original logos on them. There's another one here. Now apparently Eagle made a lot of these for, you know, companies. They probably had their own logo on it, such as this, and they sold them. So this one says Brookins Service Station. And I'm trying to see if it had a, it just says service, I think it says service station equipment. So Brookins Service Station Equipment. I bet one of these guys know what this is, and you can leave a comment there. And it had a different model number. This says 314F, I believe, pump oiler, Cincinnati, Ohio. So part of Americana to me, but Machinist Americana. Really like that. I don't think any of the other ones here have the any of the branding stamped on the front, but so here is the now iconic Eagle number 66. So this is the gem of the whole lot right here. It's only got a couple little dings right here where this is common because they get knocked off of the bench or the machine. You got one knock right there and another one right there. So I'm trying to remember where I found this one. This was early on. This was either in Alabama or Georgia. I can't remember. I want to say this one may have been in Georgia, but it even had oil in it whenever I got it. I couldn't believe that the seller had the oil still in there, but this one's in great shape. Doesn't look like it's been used much. It's just been sitting around for a long time, and it's in beautiful condition. I did find one more of the Eagle, and I got this one too for a very good price. The top of the lid is dented in, but that's okay, and it's got the fine tip on it as well. And I don't have any of the other Eagles with this fine tip on there, so that was an option that you could get. So that's those. Oh, I did pick up these from the Harry Jane Epstein. They had all of the goldenrod oilers in stock, as well as all the different tips. I needed these for some of my other goldenrods, so I picked those up. Just some of the other, I pick up some of these style whenever it's one that I don't have. So somebody actually polished this one that was originally had the, you know, the brown coating on it. This one has the adjustable spout. I don't have one like that, so I picked that up, and these are typically around $5. All right, and then the let's see, we'll do this one. I got this. This is a Plews made in Minneapolis, and I got it because it has L&N on it. So apparently that would have been for Louisville Nashville Railroad Company. So again, that's why That's why I picked that up, because it's something different and I don't have one like that. So that was pretty cool. Now this oiler right here, which is the last one out of the lot, I picked this up when I got the Norton India Stone up in Tennessee. I got this from the same seller, so it was part of the lot. And what was real unique about this, I know this is very old, it is a push button oiler, and on the front right here it says Cannon Oiler, manufactured by R.E. Bloomer, Keithsburg, Illinois, USA, size number 1. So I'm wondering if this was actually a Cannon oiler. I don't know. So anybody that knows, you can let me know, but that's one of the reasons why I picked that up. I just thought it had a beautiful look to it, very unique, and it's going to look great sitting on the shelf. Really nice viewer mail gift that has come in while I was gone, sent in by a viewer named Dave. And he says that he found this at his local flea market and he thought it was so cool that he wanted to send it to me because he knew that I would actually love it. So let's check out and see what Dave sent. An absolutely beautiful steering indicator. So this was the model 25-141S. And you see what's unique about it on the dial face is that it's a Kearney and Trecker, or it has the Kearney and Trecker logo on it, Kearney and Trecker Corporation. But this thing is in good shape, and it looks to me like it's been rebuilt. You know, that maybe it was sent to someone like MR Tool Repair and he put a new bezel on it, a new crystal and a new bezel, because it's like a brand new indicator. That is very cool. That's got one of the old style backings on it. So, I mean, this is a pretty old indicator, but it's in like new condition. So very cool of Dave to send this in. I'm trying to eliminate, you can see my lights up there in the crystal. So we're trying to eliminate that. Let's see if we can get a little tighter on it right there. Very nice indicator. It's got the friction bezel, I mean. All right. Well, thank you very much, Dave. I'm going to treasure that. I really appreciate it, and thank you for thinking of me. Another one of my tool purchases from one of my viewers, Scott Willis, is this Greenfield Tapanade number 22 tap wrench. So he had this guy at the Bar Z Bash, and apparently nobody wanted to buy it. I'm the only one that's crazy enough about these things that I wanted to get it. So another one of the viewers had actually contacted me and let me know that he had this, and so I emailed him and he was happy to send it along. We made a nice little deal on it, and he packaged it up real nice and sent it to me. Now I will point out that it only had this one tap handle, or one of the original handles. I've got it screwed in there so tight that it doesn't want to come out. But what I really like about this is that you can see they had USA like kind of molded in there, stamped onto the handle. But this was the handle that came with the tap wrench. This was another handle that I had for one of my other, I believe the number 8 tap wrench, so I just screwed it in there just to kind of make it a more complete unit. It is a little bit shorter than this side right here, but that's okay. So I love having these tap wrenches. This one, I've already got one that I use here on the bench, so this is probably going to be some more wall art for the shop. Get it hung up so that we can marvel at all the nice Greenfield tap wrenches that they made over the years. This is the drawer that goes on to the welding cart, so I wanted to get that in there too and share with you that. We got that done. And then this is the rest of the goodies that I brought home from all the meet and greets, should I say, the road trip. These were all given to me right here, which is just simply amazing. So this is the Wilton Vise that I had mentioned that I got from Mike Brandt, Garage Bound LLC. He had a pallet full of vices, and of course, you know, I had to go over there and look at them because I'm a I'm a vise lover like a lot of guys, so I like the Wilton Vises. But anyway, on the stack, I seen this red Wilton Vise there. And I asked him, was he selling any of those things? And he said, yeah, I'll sell one to you. So I picked this out and it looked great. It doesn't look like it's been abused very much, but Mike ended up giving that to me instead of selling it to me. He said he just really wanted me to have it, and he was very glad that I came by and visited him, and we did a little shop tour. So that's going to be a video coming out real soon of showing his place. He is a welder, fabricator. He does some machining. He does a little bit of everything. He has an on-site welding rig. So he's up there in Chattanooga, and really provides a nice service for all the people around Chattanooga. So Mike, if you're watching, thank you so much for the vise. I'm going to get that thing cleaned up and we're going to get it mounted and start using it. These cutters right here, a bunch of milling cutters. Looks like a lot of ones that they were either resharpened or just never used. These were given to me by Ross up in Kansas City. Some extras that he had that he says he's not going to use, and he knew that I had that big K&T, so we loaded these up and brought them back. So thank you so much for that, Ross. By the way, Ross is building his dream shop right now as we speak. He's been getting the concrete poured and getting ready to put the building up, and he's looking at machinery too. He wants to add a nice sized lathe to his shop, and so Ross, good luck with your new shop adventure there. And I'm enjoying seeing his pictures of his new shop on the Instagram. All right, this is a radius dresser, and this was given to me by another viewer by the name of Jim when we were at the Chattanooga meet and greet. A very nice radius dresser that he had no need for, and he knew that I had the little surface grinder, which I've actually gotten rid of now, but a nice big surface grinder is on my wish list here for the shop. I'm just waiting until I find that right deal on a good quality machine, a nice size that's got automatic feeds, and then whenever we do, we're going to have us a nice radius dresser here to go along with that. So Jim, thank you very much. It's got the original instructions that came with it that they also they made some copies of it. So there you go. One more thing I almost forgot to share with you. So this is a 24-inch Machinist Square that I picked up from the Harry Jane Epstein up in Kansas City, and they have these Machinist Squares in all sizes up to 24. I'm talking probably 1.5 or 2 inch all the way up, and they have crates full of those things. They must have 1,000 of these things up on their, I believe it's the 3rd floor. I went up there, I found one of these on their shelf where they have them all, you know, inventoried there for sale, but the big one that I had picked up had a lot of surface rust on it, and he told me that he would give me a better deal on the ones with the rust. But he told me, he says, if you want, go up there and look at them and pick out one that you want. So I went up there and we opened up a box that had a bunch of them in there, and I grabbed that one. It had very, very little rust at all on it. There might be a little bit right there, but these are sold by PEC, and these are imported from India. It's an India-made Machinist Square, but I don't have a 24-inch. I wanted to add one to my growing collection here. We've got the 18-inch right there, we got a 12-inch right there, and of course I got the 6 and the smaller ones. So very cool. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If you go to Harry J. Epstein Hardware, ask if you can go see all the squares. If you go up on the 3rd floor, there's wooden crates. I mean, and there's just stacks of those things. Just got the drawer put back on the cart. There we are, guys. It's all finished up. Man, it's good to finally see this thing together and finished and ready to be put to work. Powder coating looks good, machines look good. I love the contrast between the gray and the green. I went ahead and put my stamps on there too. All right, so the next thing we need to do is get the plasma cutter hooked up, get it fired up, and get it tested out. So I want to do that pretty soon as well. All right. Another one of the gifts from the meet and greet. This one was from the Kansas City meet and greet, and I apologize that I can't remember my viewer's name that gave this to me. You can drop a comment if you'd like, so we can recognize you. But he had this beautiful 2-inch end mill, 6 flute with the corner radius milled on it, or ground on it, should I say. But this was something that he brought to the meet and greet and wanted me to have. So another nice end mill that we can use in the K&T one of these days. All right, very cool. All right, guys, well, I think that's going to be about the end for this episode here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This is definitely not a bragging session. I don't want people to think that this is me bragging. This is simply somebody who has a passion for machine shops, machine shop tools, and tooling alike. You know, I really enjoy this stuff. I like collecting it, I like using it, and I enjoy sharing it with everybody, my audience out there, okay? I want to thank all of my viewers that has sent in stuff for the shop here, and also all the viewers that showed up at the meet and greets, all the guys that brought little gifts for me. I really appreciate that. It's just so awesome. And thanks for everybody that came out. It was nice to get to meet a lot of folks face to face. You know, you recognize screen names on YouTube, but you don't know who they are. And of course they know you, but you don't know them. So they come out and they shake your hand, tell me who they are. Just really cool. I look forward to having some more meet and greets in the future. I've even thought about possibly having sort of a local meet and greet. There's been some local guys that's been asking me, hey, what about the local meet and greet? So we might do something like that here in the future as well. So we'll see about something like that. Next week we're going to get back to some more machining and some shop content. I got the parts down there for the table. I want to get started on that and try to get this table finished out. Got some things on the list I want to get going. So anyway, besides that, I want to say that my health is great. Everybody's been concerned about how I'm doing. I've been recovering just fine. No problems, no complications. I'm doing real good, and I'm glad to say that I'm continuing to lose some weight. It's been really great hearing those comments from people out there that have taken notice through my pictures and videos. So I go to the doctor again this week, so I'll do another weigh-in and see if I'm continuing to drop some weight. That was one of my goals this year, and that's what I'm working on. So we'll see you guys again real soon, all right?